Good day to you. Welcome to another bite-sized encouragement. I've been thinking a lot about the woman with the issue of blood. We speak about all the time. She doesn't have a name. I preached about this so often. I wrote about it in one of my books, that this lady was an unknown lady. She never gets mentioned in the Bible apart from being called the woman with the issue of blood. And I've been thinking a lot about what this woman must have been going through, because for 12 years she suffered with this ailment that she had. She couldn't go out. She wasn't supposed to touch people or be touched. So she was isolated. Basically, she was in lockdown, but for 12 years. It does say in the Bible, the story is in Mark chapter 5. It does say in the Bible that she saw many physicians, but she spent all her money and she never got better. And I'm thinking that there are a lot of people during these times of lockdown, even now that life has got back to normal, but there are people who feel that they're still spiritually in a state of lockdown. They feel discouraged, hopeless. It's like the ailment or the issue is just bigger than the promise. And if you know the story, most of us know the story, that this lady heard that Jesus had come to town. And when she heard Jesus came to town, she knew this was her solution. You know, the hope began to arise in her heart after 12 years of suffering in a place of lockdown, spiritual shutdown and lockdown, because she just got worse. And I believe there would have been people around her who didn't have any answers for her. And then she heard that Jesus came to town, and she got up and she made a decision that she said to herself, if I can only touch the hem of his garment. And I feel this is what God is saying to us today, that what are we saying to ourselves? Is our hope in him? Or are we just looking at our circumstances and at a bleak future that nothing is ever going to change? And today I want to give you some hope, that as soon as you get your eyes on Jesus being the hope, the answer to your problems, the one who wants to meet you on that road, all you have to do is say, yes, here I am. You have to push through the opposition. You've got to push through the lies of the enemy saying, rather stay where you are. This is your lot in life. And today I want to say to you, that is not your lot in life, to spend the rest of your days discouraged and hopeless. We're not called to that. So, you know, if you're just willing to arise, to stand up from the place that you find yourself at and say, God, I'm going to look to you. I look to the hills. That's where my help comes from. And, you know, that's the place where we look to God. And he wants to help. And as you know, on the road, she touched the hem of his garment. She got her heart's desire, because she said, if only I can touch the hem of his garment. That's where her hope was. And she found him. She touched the hem of his garment, and he felt the power. And he stopped and he said, who touched me? And you know the story. He turned around. He said to daughter, your faith has made you well. So I want to say, put your faith in the one who can stop in the middle of a crowd just for you today. Because he wants to touch you, he wants to heal you, he wants to deliver you, he wants to speak to you. But sometimes all that's required of us is to get up out of that place where we feel sorry for ourselves. And we rise and we say, okay, God, you have something better for me. This is not my lot in life. So I want you to be encouraged today that Jesus is the author and finisher of your faith. He's the perfecter of your faith. And he's waiting for you to come to him and say, here I am. And he wants to give you your heart's desire today.